Says I'm live there. Check all my shit. Make sure all this is running correctly. Says I'm live here. Yup. Live there. Don't give me a minute. Sorry about that. I'm doing my due diligence over here. All right. TikTok's up too. Sweet. All right. Sweet. Cool. 2 people watching. Welcome to the Dark Truth Podcast. I am your host, Shady J, and today I have a very special guest. His name's Vincent. He does a lot of paintless dent repair, amongst other things. He is into anime, which is dope. I haven't really been into anime, but I want to ask him some questions about that. And he also has a journal project that he wants to bring up and talk about. And I have him in the chat. Whoa. Sorry, got distracted by a TikTok comment. So yeah, can't wait to chit chat with him about some things today. One thing mainly being men's mental health, which is, y'all already know, I love talking about that. Like I could talk about it all day. But yeah, so make sure this is being shared. Check this, check that. Doop, 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 doop. Were you able to share that? Cool. All right. Sweet. All right. Now I got to go here. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm a very unorganized person. So give me just a moment. Share that. Bang. Bang. Okay. So we're going to have it a little different orientation today on the show. Me and him are going to be side by side, basically covering up the whole screen to make it a little easier to see. And then also I'm going to bring the chat in as soon as y'all start chatting, which will be something that we don't normally do either. So feel free to chat and all that good stuff. But yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to do this intro video and then we will bring Vincent on. Let's get it. All right. What's up, Vincent? How are you, my man?
What's up, man? Hey, I'm doing pretty all right. How are you?
Doing good. Feeling a little better. I wasn't feeling that great this morning all day, but hey, the show must go on, they say, right?
Aren't you, you can credit chicken noodle soup for that, huh?
Dude, if y'all don't know, chicken noodle soup is the go-to when you're sick. Even if you're feeling just a little shitty, it made me feel so much better. You have to get the Lipton noodle soup in the bags, though. That's my secret. You ever seen it? You need
Lipton?
to try it. Okay, so yes, like the tea brand, right? They come in a red box. I should go grab one and show you, but it's in a bag.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Está no bueno, señor. Try this again.
Hey.
I don't know what's happening, dude. It's pissing me off, though.
Yeah, can't talk about the chicken noodle soup without repercussions.
Dude, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, the chicken noodle soup, man. How was your day? You said it was good earlier.
Today was a little batshit, man. So, I guess to start out with, for those of you that don't know, my name is Vincent. I own Ding Doctor Auto Spa in Port Orange, Florida, and I am a sole proprietor, meaning I don't own a business. I own a job, and I'm very okay with that. And I do paintless dent repair, window tinting, and ceramic coatings, and I pretty much balance each 3 interchangeably, pretty much almost perfectly. I don't do one more thing than the other. I do slightly more dents than I do everything else, but as far as business goes, I have a good time balancing it all. So today, I went to work on some Aston Martins in Orlando for some friends of mine in automatic racing.
That's awesome.
And it would have been a lot more awesome if I would have asked for a video before driving over there to do the work. They had damage that just was not able to be fixed. And I drove over there. I looked at it and I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. I can't do anything with this. And they're like, damn,
was it like beat to shit or like what?
Completely
like you just couldn't
beat to shit.
Yeah.
Like so it was something that
I didn't know you can't fix some dents. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So paintless dent repair, it's not like detailing and window tinting. It's like you have to have a specific set of criteria in order to perform it. So the dent can't be too stretched. The dent has to be in certain areas. So like it can't necessarily be like if it's behind a brace to such an extent to where it's like completely inaccessible and it's too deep, the glue pull, like you can't really do much with it. There's a lot of I'm looking at all the comments coming in. So there's a lot of variables involved when it comes to paintless dent repair. So when it came to the dents today, the problem was that on Aston Martin, at least, when there was the damage and then the guys tried taking it out, and what ended up happening is it buckled metal in such a tight, compact area, it cracked paint. And when it cracks paint and gets to that point, it's like, why am I even there? You know what I mean? Like metal wouldn't move, paint's already cracked. Like, you know, if I don't have nice paint to work with, I'm pretty much screwed.
Pretty much, right? Like usually what I see in your videos is they're usually not big dents. Like they're usually just like, you know, a rock hit it or something, or like a baseball or some shit. So I would imagine like those really large ones. I have seen you do a couple fucking massive like whole back bumper, or I saw a picture or something. But do you see more of like the little stuff or more of like the big, harder to like, you know, handle things?
You definitely see a lot of the smaller things. You can do a lot of really big damage, but you know, small doesn't always equate to easy, and big doesn't always equate to hard. So, like, if you know, like, I've literally, oh my goodness, I've probably heard every story under the sun about what's caused the dent. But honestly, you wouldn't believe how many people's like buttocks causes dents.
Oh, and
those are actually some of my favorite because like people's asses aren't necessarily at a point. So like it makes this soft indentation and I can kind of just glue pull most of it and then finish it out within a couple hours and it's like it never happened. Whereas on the contrary, with a small dent, something this big is usually deeper because whatever hit it was acute. So like rocks and shit are sharp. So like when it hits it, it can be a dent this big that's deep is much more difficult than a dent this big that's shallow. Right.
That makes sense. I mean, it's like, that's like the same as like a crease in tint, right? Like a longer, softer crease, you can get out most of the time, right? But if you have like a hard pinch, dude, you're fucked. You're not going to get it out. Like it's just going to be, you're just going to have to redo it. That's what it reminds me of, at least, is like soft creases and like hard creases.
For sure, man. Yeah. Imagine like a deep dent as like a grain of sand under a piece of film versus just a little fuzz from, you know, whatever that you can chisel out. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to see the comments. I really wish I had my computer. I sit on my car all the time. LOL. That's funny. Yeah.
And then Dustin over here says, I got an ass dent on my hood. We got Marissa in here, Dustin, Cash, MJ,
MJ's my
Richard.
mom.
Really?
Hi, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. I have a potty mouth. Oh, God dang it.
Dude, she's used to it. It's okay. I have the mouth of a sailor.
Oh, yeah, me too, man. So feel free. If you want to rip some cuss words, dude, I don't fucking care. This is a safe place, bro. This is literally the safe place, yeah. This is probably the safest place you could be. Ask everybody in the chat. Like, seriously. They know. They know all I do is just hang out and drink and fucking bullshit, you know?
For sure, man. Yeah, but yeah, dude. You said you've been tinning for 8 years. You had said
Yep.
that right before we started,
Yeah.
and I'm really curious. You use Edge, and I just wanted to give kind of Tony Kiger a shout out.
Hell yeah.
I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but that dude is freaking incredible. He will give the shirt off his back to someone in need, like with expecting not one damn thing in return. And you don't usually meet people like that. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So I just want to give him a shout out because like Edge Film is freaking awesome. I haven't used Audubon, but if Edge is good, I know Audubon is good. But Tony is like one of the realest dudes like in the industry probably I've ever met, honestly.
Tony is one of the coolest, man. He is he's very smart, dude. Like that dude is
analytical.
Yes,
sure.
Dude. Very professional. I'm the complete opposite of him. Like I'm more of like a doofus that just knows how to work. He's like a super smart, can figure anything out kind of guy. But dude, he's awesome. And then Billy freaking Murray's my rep, and he's the best. I love that guy.
Billy is so sociable, man. I don't know how he does it. There will be people on these damn videos, like people on Facebook, man. They just talk smack every chance they get, and Billy just has a way of like there will literally be like a freaking angry mob, and by the end of the comments, everyone's cool and everyone's like, "Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it." Like I don't know how the fuck he does it. It's incredible, honestly.
I can tell you how he does it. It's because his wife is a psychologist. Like he knows. Yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure if he's in here, correct me if I'm wrong, but she's in the psychology field, and he's also super fucking smart too, dude. And he reads a bunch of books, and he's very attuned with his self-awareness and how his brain works, and he embraces his ADHD and like uses that as a superpower. Like, but also he has like, yes, dude. That's why me and her worked so well together when she was my sales coach. We literally had
coach, really?
Yeah, for 3 months.
I could not think of anyone better, honestly.
Dude, literally right when I started, she helped me get all the ins and outs for business, which, by the way, Marissa, I did email Melissa today about the taxes and stuff and all that kind of shit. Cause she like held me accountable today, was like, "You falling short on anything? You need me to like kick you in the ass? You know, like, do I need to tell you to do something?" Cause like, she's really good at holding me accountable. Or like motivating me to actually get shit done, right?
For sure.
Because if it were just on me, dude, I wouldn't do shit. I wouldn't do a damn thing because I'm lazy. Man, okay. So it just depends. It's day by day, dude. I'm a very mood oriented person. Like it. Yes, that too. All of that. Self-destructive, all that stuff, man. It's all in there. I promise. Like if I don't. Like some days if I have nothing to do, I will literally do nothing and I'll just sit around my house and fucking rot away. But then some days but then sometimes whenever I'm like have nothing to do, I do like 50,000 side quests, you know, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I got all of these little things done today, but then the next day I'm like, I don't want to do any of that shit. You know, like it is what it is.
That's funny, man. I feel that.
That's just how my brain works, dude. I'm either, like I said earlier, either I talk my ass off or I'm quiet as shit. Like it's one of those two. It's always the extremes. There's never like a good mesh in between, dude.
Homie, I can go literally the entire day without saying one word. It's called rotting, and you're allowed to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I rot with Metroid. Have you ever played Metroid?
Dude, I played it back in the day.
Yeah,
back in the day when it was first out.
In the 80s? No,
well,
I'm messing with you.
I was born in 90, but it was the one on Sega, I believe. Right? Or was it? Dude, I don't remember, but I remember playing it, not like a lot. I played it like a couple times. I was more of a Super Nintendo kind of guy growing up.
Yeah, that was the one where Metroid really made its debut, was the Super Nintendo.
See, I don't even know if I played it on that, dude. That's how bad my memory is. Like being a kid, like I remember playing like Zelda and Mario and Duck Hunt and like Skyrim when it first came out. You know, like in 2010 or something.
Hell yeah,
stuff like that, dude. I was really big into like long role playing games. I still kind of am. I'm playing God of War Ragnarok right now.
So is my brother.
I actually just fell asleep playing it earlier. It's fucking hilarious.
Hell yeah. So the chicken noodle soup and the
Sorry.
all the comments are starting to come in.
I gotta click them manually unless I do this little. Hold on, let me see if I can do this.
All right.
I don't know if you'd be able to read very many of them.
Oh, I'd have to get real close.
Yeah,
Is this all the cool people? That's funny. Yeah, I have to get like close. So if everyone's okay with my forehead, then
I'll pop these up on here.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Oh, my buddy Jeremy right here. He told me to tell you who he was. He's down near you. I can't remember exactly what city, but he's close to where you're at. And he rides motorcycles and shit. Like he's a adrenaline junkie.
Oh, cool, man. Well, shit, add me on Facebook. I'm in Port Orange if you're local. Oh, dude, hell yeah. Oh, my God. I have a freaking PlayStation 3 hooked up right now and a GameCube.
What? Do you really?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I got awesome. Black Ops 2 on the PlayStation 3.
You can't go wrong with that one.
No, absolutely not. No.
Multiplayer,
really even with the bots, is good.
Right. I haven't played a Call of Duty game in a couple years because it's just kind of went to shit, in my opinion.
It's all the same fucking thing. They made it Fortnite.
Hey, I like Fortnite, actually. I love playing that shit. Who's Alexis? She says something about you got a 5-head, boy.
Shut up. She has a raccoon tattoo. That's all you need to know about her, apparently.
Oh, God. Not the trash bandit tattoo, bro.
Atari, my guy. That's a freaking appreciating asset. Hold on to that damn thing.
Dude, yeah. You know who Tim Ham is, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
God. Have you seen his collections of shit? Oh my God, so good.
Stories sometimes, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, he has shit that I have never heard of in my life, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? It's like 15 attachments for like a GameCube and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why didn't I know about this when I was growing up, you know?
Hell yeah. I got a buddy modding a GameCube right now. I don't know what he's doing to it. I'm not that much of a nerd, but fuck, I kind of wish I was, honestly.
Yeah. Dustin said it's a pretty good forehead. Jeremy said he's in Palm Coast.
Oh, dude, you're local as fuck. Yeah. If you're ever in Port Orange, feel free to come by the shop. He's like 40 minutes from me.
He said he was up there at Home Depot yesterday, actually.
Oh, that is the best Home Depot, honestly.
And by the way, Jeremy is a great dude to have as a friend because he is a fucking awesome dude. He will talk to you. Yes, he owns a shop and he is he's doing PPF window tinting, flat glass, and I think he has a detailer. It's called Pro Tint LLC.
Yeah, I've seen him all over the groups actually.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a fucking, they call him Fireball because his motorcycle caught on fire once while he's riding it. And then he's also like, he's all over the place when it comes to like being at events and stuff. We call him, he gets called Scrappy because he's just fucking everywhere. He's awesome. Yeah. Man. Y'all need to link up and kick it. You'll like him. He's a fun dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming this is brother or dad right here. That's a nice forehead. So we're on the forehead all night.
That's my brother. if my dad showed up here, I would hang up immediately because he's dead.
Okay, sorry about that. Did not mean to say that. Sorry.
I'm fucking with you.
There's
like 2 people watching who are laughing. Everyone else is very uncomfortable.
No, dude, I'm fine, bro. I love being an ass to myself. Trust me.
No, it's okay. No, that's my brother, Mark. Mark just got back from not deployment, but something along those lines. What the fuck was it?
Like basic or something?
No, he like got back in the Navy. He's he was just on a boat for 3 weeks. I have no idea what he was actually doing.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that stuff. So
I'm not in the Navy either.
By the way,
dude,
I love the chops. Just saying.
Shit, I love you. Oh, thank you.
Whoa, calm down.
So, dude, okay, my stepbrothers. Oh, my stepbrother and my brother is in the Navy.
He said the sea. He just got back from the sea, bro.
That's fucking funny.
Oh, cracking wise.
So, oh God. Oh, Dustin. I didn't. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know we had some kind of common ground. That's kind of. I mean, it's not cool, but I mean, you know.
Right. I mean, my dad's just absent, so.
Shit. What was I even talking about? Mark threw me off with the C. I'm not sure what
Right,
he was
that shit
doing.
was funny.
The C. Fuck, I completely forgot what I was talking about.
Somebody in the chat, let us know what we were talking about, because I totally forgot too. I'm bad at that.
Yeah, for real. Mark, you really you got me. I completely forgot.
Got me off on a tangent. That's
Yeah,
what always
for real.
happens to me too. I'm bad about that shit.
So, man, I have a question for you.
What's up?
What got you into caring about your mental health and your well-being, like being at the gym and stuff? What kickstarted that for you?
It's a long story, but mainly when I went to counseling one time in college when I was 21, because I had told my grandmother that I felt not like myself, like for a while. Like I felt like, and I asked for like my medical records, trying to figure out if something was wrong with me that nobody told me. Like it was a weird time in my life, right? So I went to this counselor, and she went with me because she was like my only support system back then. And like she was always around. She kind of raised me. This is actually the house I grew up in. It's her house, a whole bunch of shit, right? So I'm like, yeah, you can go with me. Fine, because she goes to counseling. I've never been at that point. So we go in there and she just starts unloading a whole bunch of shit to this therapist. And I was like, whoa, like don't fucking tell her all my fucking business. I wanted to say what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? And so I fucking had a panic attack, dude. And I fucking freaked the fuck out. They rushed me over to a psychiatrist that was there that was actually busy. And then he was like, he needs to go to the emergency room. So I went to the emergency room in Little Rock. Dude, this is a 45-minute drive. And the whole time I can't fucking breathe. I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm hyperventilating. Get to the hospital. They send me up to the geriatric psych ward, dude, because they said that my initial like diagnosis was psychosis. And I was like, what? I was just fucking freaking out, man. You know?
Yeah.
Spent a couple days in that ward. Had to talk to counselors and shit. I was up there with like some legit crazy people, dude. I'm over here like, I don't belong here. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going. There's like people walk around like, you know, like legit psychos, like legit. And I'm like, why the fuck am I here? So then I get to go to like this common floor and all that stuff. Got diagnosed with mood disorder, not otherwise specialized or specified, which was the actual reasoning for me being there apparently. But then they tried to put me on like Symbiox, Abilify, a whole bunch of antipsychotics and mood stabilizers, stuff like that. And it basically drove me crazy. And I fucking moved to Florida on accident, went down for spring break. And
on accident.
Yeah, I got stranded there by the people that took me down there. Ended up being homeless, lived there for a year, went to jail for 9 months, got out, got a bus ticket back here. And like being in the jail is literally why my brain was like, I was like, I have to figure out something. I was like, because all of the people around me taught me a whole bunch about people. And I was like, I could see some of my characteristics in certain people. And I'm like, so why am I like that person in that aspect, right? So I did a whole bunch of digging in my brain about like past traumas and childhood shit and like fucking, because I ignored it my whole life. Like the bullshit, I just never fucking paid attention to it.
Most people
until it was it just literally just boiled. One day it just overflowed. And I was like, what, who am I? Like, why am I this way? What the fuck is the reasoning? And then I started getting into like psychology books and like not books, but like seeing videos, stuff like that, because the internet was a thing, you know, stuff like that. And the month that I got, like the couple months that I got back from jail, I got my now wife pregnant after being with her for like 2 weeks or some shit, right? So then knowing that I have to be a father made me think about growing up and what I need to do, you know, shit like that. So it's just kind of like my kids literally made my brain want to figure itself out and understand and be able to teach them if they have questions, you know, like why are you angry right now? Well, these are some ways that I think you're angry, you know, because of this and the way you thought about this and the way you take this and like, you know, your character traits and shit like that. Like when my kids get like frustrated and have no patience, I'm like, that's just like me. I do the same thing because I have a short temper and I can't sometimes control those emotions. And I'm not trying to fucking be on pills or go to therapy for it currently. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, because I've already tried that and I didn't like it at all. You know what I mean? Like it led to a bad experience. So I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
So
thanks for
mainly
sharing,
just my
man. Yeah,
kids,
that's
man.
fucking. Yeah, I mean that's a good reason to start. You know, it's like you don't start caring until you have to care, and then after you have to care, it's like consistency from there on out.
Right. Because I mean, I overprocess the way my mind works all the time, man. Like I have to figure out why all the time. I'm like, why did I think about it like that? Like, why am I thinking about it like this? Like, why am I? And then I think like, you know, it might be because I'm used to this because of the programming I'm used to from forever ago, or maybe it's because I saw this one video and it made me think of something different for once. You know, some shit like that, man.
For sure. So, dude, I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I already called you about this notebook idea, and I feel like this is a really good time to share with it. I mean, to share like what it's about since we're on the topic. So, I mean, if you don't mind, I'd like to share.
Go for it, dude. Take off.
Okay. So, a good friend of mine, his mom passed recently, and he kind of contacts me periodically when he's not doing too hot, which is perfectly fine. He can contact me whenever he wants to. But the last time we like, it always starts with some like message on Facebook, and then it gets like, you know, it goes over the phone. So the last time we were talking, he mentioned that he was gonna, you know, start therapy, and then he mentioned also something about like journalism, or not journalism. Wow, like journaling. And like writing about it. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, you should write about it because like, you know, writing helps, and, you know, all these, you know, basically all the things that writing helps with and how it like got me through a lot of things too. So that's how the conversation ended. And then after it ended, I was kind of like thinking, and I was like, damn, like I started thinking about him. I started thinking about other people I know who aren't really fond of therapy because of bad experiences, you know, specifically in therapeutic settings. And I started thinking about people who can't really afford therapy. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, what kind of guidance do they have? What kind of guidance could they have? And when I started thinking about that, I started thinking about like what the essence of therapy is. And when you go to a trained professional, what's happening is that you're getting an objective point of view on not just your life experiences, but how you handle those life experiences and your current life experiences. So like what I came up with was actually a number system to document how you are doing through those times. So you basically have like it's a journal. It's meant for 30 days, and every single day has 10 prompts that you scale from 1 to 10. Before that, though, in the very beginning of the book, you basically have 3 tests. You have physical symptoms, mental and emotional symptoms, and behavioral symptoms. And there are 10 main components to each one. So 30 things you can pick. And each test starts at 100. And each one you pick, you deduct 10 points. But you can put others on there that aren't on the list, and you can just keep deducting points. It can go into negative. So, like, let's just say for behavioral symptoms, you had, like, I don't know, like sleeping with strangers, or that's a self-destructive habit, or like over drinking. That's another self-destructive habit. So, like, 2 things like that, you just got deducted 20 points. You know what I mean? Like, that's just a simple example. On the actual everyday prompts, you have a 1 to 10 like kind of questionnaire of like rate your social interaction for today. And like a 0 would be you isolated yourself and didn't do shit. A 10 would be I saw family and friends and had a great time. So like what happens after that is there are 3 questions at the end of every day. They are why were my scores low? And then what can I do to raise them, and how can I keep my high scores high? And then the last question is the question I kind of ask myself when it comes to any like meditation type setting is what can I do to benefit myself and those around me? And I feel like those questions really emphasize the self-awareness aspect of everything. But what this notebook is supposed to do is every 30 days, you basically reevaluate yourself of like looking at your symptoms and being like, well, damn, my physical symptoms, I had really bad GI issues. And then I rated my stress level at a fucking 10 every day. And at a 1 every day, it was really low, which means I was really stressed out. And every time I wrote about my stress being all fucked up, it was always something like work related. This is just like a very like vague example. So, no, you're good. So like, you cannot just see the correlations from what you're writing down yourself onto the number system, but every 30 days you have a whole new set of numbers that you can literally look back on and give yourself the objective data that you would get through a therapist. It does not replace therapy. It is a supplementation for therapy. And I feel like it is a source of guidance that a lot of people don't know about, because people think therapy is just like for crazy people. It's for people with problems. It's for fucked up people. It's like, well, let me tell you something, man. Everyone's fucked up. Everyone's got something fucking wrong with them. Everyone's fucked up, okay?
Everybody is.
Even the therapists are fucked up. And like, the thing is, the therapists are trained to not get emotionally involved in your life, which is why they give you the best fucking advice. Because all the people who are like really, into shit about your life, they're going to give you the advice that they have bias on, and the therapist don't have bias. So when I
try to not be biased all the time. I try to see both sides. If you can't, I have this thing, I don't know where I've heard it, but if you can't argue both points or like both sides of something, I don't think I can, like, what is it? If you can't argue both sides of the point, then your opinion's irrelevant or something. It's like, if you can't see where the other person's coming from and you just see what you want to see, I mean, it's just, you're just stuck in your ways. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way you're going to think. It's being closed-minded, in my opinion. But I mean, I like to try to think different all the time. Like, if I feel a certain way, that's completely different than how I think. So like, feelings about things are different than the logical, like objective, like you're saying, right? Like, the objective shit is like, write down what you did, and then now you can't like you can have feelings about it, but this is what happened. I mean, I might be a little off on that, but
No, you're good, man. I'm just trying to, people are replying to each other, looking at my forehead. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of the notebook. It is it's meant to be for people who like want to help themselves, that don't really, people have bad experiences with therapists all the time, man. You know what I mean? Like, people fucking, people, like, the thing is like, finding a good therapist is like finding a good fucking girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, you kind of have to date around essentially to find someone who's like, you're kind of fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your specific kind. So, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm getting it revised on the.
You're publishing this?
Yeah, so I'm getting it revised by my therapist, actually. On the 28th, I'm basically paying her for a whole session, and I'm bringing my big ass notepad, and I'm just like, look, what do you think? And
you like my project?
After I get her approval and after we both edit it, I have a publisher and it will be published, and they have good prices too. So I'm gonna it'll be published. It's gonna be in paperback, and this is something I am gonna be selling. I'm definitely gonna be giving it to a couple of people that I like my boy that I mentioned whose mom passed. Like, I'm just gonna be like, here you go, fucking take it, please.
Right.
Just because I fucking care, you know what I mean? But this is something that I plan to sell specifically online, because I just made a website recently for like, I haven't done much with it the last couple of weeks. It's been extremely busy, but it's basically like it's just resources for men's mental health. Right now, it's just guided meditation videos on there and stuff like that. But there's once I get everything edited and published, there's going to be a lot of resources just to show dudes specifically like what they don't know. And that was the biggest part for me, like in my life when I was struggling the worst. It was like, I didn't know where the fuck to go for any type of guidance or answers. So it's like, if I've learned a shit ton throughout the years, and if I can just put that somewhere, there can be a dude who's like, oh fuck, I don't know what the fuck to do. And then, oh shit, this is actually all right. And then, before you know it, they're like, wow, I'm not as miserable. That's great. It's like, good. Right. Okay. You know what I mean?
But then there's also I saw this clip about this lady who wrote a book. I can't tell you her name or anything, but it's titled something along the lines of like the more you think about your problems, the bigger they get, or some shit like that. So like if you literally sit around and just think about your problems all day long, do you feel like they get bigger, or do you feel like, oh well, I thought about it, so now I can't really think about it anymore?
Yeah, I guess it depends on who you are, man. I know some people who would definitely be like, all right, I gave it some thought for 30 seconds. I am, proactive. Then there's some people who think about it all fucking day and they're like, oh, I stubbed my toe. Fuck, my fucking shin is broken now. My knee must be affected by this. And then you're probably, all you did was stub your fucking toe. You know what I mean?
Right. That's funny.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get one of those whenever you publish it, dude, because that's something I would love to do. And maybe even have you thought about doing like? Do you have kids?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was thinking like, would it be like good for kids too, like to be able to write down what they're going through, stuff like that, behaviors, or is it more focused around like adults?
No, it's definitely for adults. I don't. So, like, how can I say this? I really get along with like people who are fucked up, not like the fucked up people, but people who have been through shit and they're like, well, what do I do? I just seem to click with those people. So like this is for those types of people. Like my boy whose mom just died. You know what I mean? Like him and I are kind of like on a whole different level now because we can level. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once you've like experienced so many life experiences, you just kind of like you get along with other people who've experienced similar things.
Right.
So it's definitely going to be towards them. I have done stuff with children in the past. I have a background in mentoring for the Children's Home Society. I'd mentored like entire group homes of fucking kids. But it's not like what you think. I'm not like, oh, I'm the best person ever because I mentor these foster kids. Like, no, I'm actually a huge fucking asshole to them. I have offered to teach them basically every service I know for free multiple times. There's been one that actually went through with it. I taught him how to tint, and that was pretty cool. I see him drive around every so often, and every time he sees me in traffic, he's like, Vincent, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, haha, go tint some fucking windows. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, yeah.
But, yeah, the last group home I went to was very different. I went in with a different mindset because when I first started mentoring about 10 years ago, which I really don't mentor anymore for my own like reasons, I just don't fucking really care to anymore. But like 10 years ago, I walked in and I was like, look, like what everyone does when it comes to foster children. Look, I don't know you, but I'm going to be your best friend and yada, yada, yada. And, you can talk to me whenever you want. And that approach did not work. I lost respect really fast. And they pretty much like started making fun of me saying I had no friends, which is why I went there to mentor them. And I like as soon as that was said, I was like, okay, I'm not making an impact. I need to rethink my approach. So I got contacted by either I contacted or a group home contacted me. I don't remember which one. But basically what ended up happening was, I wanted to redo the idea and I wanted to go there and speak. But this group of kids, they were some hard asses, and they were like, some of them were even like 21. Like, fuck, I think like 5 of them were like above 18. I don't even fucking know. I don't know. Anyway, so when I walked in, I basically cussed them all out. I was like, look, you're not shit. You're not shit. I'm not shit. None of us are shit. Damn, dude, are you okay over there?
Dude, this cough, man. It's kicking my ass, bro. I gotta eat a cough drop.
Chicken noodle soup.
I got a cough drop, bro.
Oh, good. Okay, all right.
One of these nasty ones, dude.
So like I like walked in and I was basically just telling them that, and it sounds insane and it probably seemed really insane to the staff, but I told the staff beforehand, I'm like, this is not going to be like anything you've ever like seen before. I'm going to go in and be like, look, this is what the fuck it is. And I was like, I walked in, I told them the statistics. Only 12% of fucking kids even in foster care go to college, or get a college degree. And then I think the statistics always change. It's like 1 to 3% end up like owning businesses. So like I kind of was just like looking at them and I was like sharing the statistics and I was like, you really want to be like your fucking boy who's like locked up right now? You think that shit's cool until you're like fucking 30. and then like you're all of a sudden you're not shit. You know what I mean? So
You went from coddling, basically like coddling, to being an authoritarian in a sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. But the thing
Gotcha.
the thing that made it, you know, if I did leave an impression, the only real thing that made it effective is that like I've been there. I literally lived in the group homes that I fucking mentored at. So like it's not the last one. The last one's in Orlando. I didn't fucking mentor in that one. I mean, no, I
Right.
did not live in that one. I mentored in that one. I did not live there. But
Gotcha.
but like going there, like, and they're, you know, they're like, who the fuck is this guy? It's like, well, I'm the fucking
Yeah.
guy who, you know, has been in your shoes. So like, this is what the fuck you got to do to not be, you know, a
Right.
little piece of shit when you get to be my age. And I did not get any calls back, which I wasn't really expecting any. I told them that from the beginning. I was like, I'm not expecting any of you guys to fucking call me back. And they didn't, which is fine. But that one that I taught, window tint, every time he sees me, he's happy as fuck. So I did something good. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, so that reminds me of my phrase that I always use. I don't know if you've seen it before, but be who you needed, right?
For sure.
Like doing that for people is like fucking one of the best things ever. Like, I don't do it all the time. Don't get me wrong, dude. I don't even do it for myself sometimes, but it's like just the thought of it. And then when you actually implement it, like that's why I am the dad I am for my kids, because I needed a dad who was present, but also disciplinarian and very logical when it comes to things. And like, I will sit down and tell them how it is. And I'm not very nice about it. And I hate that about myself, but I just I can't be that sweet. Well, the reason is I'm like, hey, dude, you're fucking up. Like the way that you're speaking to your mother, you're going to fucking quit. Or
Yeah.
I'm going to take your shit. Like, I'm going to take your shit. You're not going to be able to do anything. And then they get scared. And I'm like, look, you know, you can be scared all you want. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm just mad. That's it. I'm just mad at you, dude. And that's, I want you to understand that, like, it's not okay to fucking do that. Or it's not okay to be rude to your brother or pick on your sister or fucking annoy the shit out of each other just because you can. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do it, dude. Like, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not the nicest about it at all. And I could work
For
on
sure.
it. But at the same time, like, I never had that growing up. I got my ear twisted and I got fucking, that's it. Like, I got fucking my ass whooped, you know, like shit like
For
that.
sure.
I never got anything explained to me. I never got spoken to like an adult, you know, like having a conversation, or like a human, let's put it that way, like a human.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
just
better way to do it. Yeah.
being explained it like you can understand it, instead of just saying, you messed up, you're in trouble, go to your room. I'm like, hey, this is what you did. This is what you're going to have to do to fix it. And if you don't like it, fucking move. Get out of here. Like, go move somewhere, dude.
If you
Go
don't
live in the
like it,
barn.
fuck
Get
you.
the fuck out of here. You know,
Yeah.
like,
All right.
that, again, like, I'm not the kindest, but I didn't even have that. I had basically being ignored my whole childhood. Like, there was never any discipline. It was just being told that I'm wrong. And I'm like,
I want to intervene with something, man. You said something one time that has completely changed my perspective on social media. And I have been meaning to say this to you. So one time someone was talking about haters and people who specifically say stupid shit on people's like videos when you're like advertising. And you said, you're like, dude, you don't know these people. These people, basically, they didn't get enough attention from their parents, and they need to do it through social media to get that attention. And normally, if I read something like that, I'd be like, whatever. But, dude, you completely changed my perspective. When people argue with me online now, I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to be your dad, so fuck you. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, it happens all the time. Or people that have any type of trauma whatsoever, they want to be in conflict.
They need to be heard, man.
They want conflict. It's like the bad kid that acts out so their parents will fucking give them attention, right? And then you got the good kid who does all the things right but gets ignored. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I grew up. Like, I was straight A's, never fucked around as a kid, dude. Until I was 18, I didn't fucking smoke, I didn't drink, none of that shit, right? I mean, I drank a couple times, but dude, none of it. Because I hated being home and I always wanted to be at school and I always wanted to be doing extracurricular shit like football, going to the fucking going in the woods with my buddies and shit. Like I grew up in a small ass country town and I hated where I was. I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always trying to not be home. And I majority of the time was not home because they didn't give a shit if I was home. You know, so I would just be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends and whatever. That's kind of how it was for me. Like, and that's why I kind of get into it with people here and there on the internet because for one, I think it's fun sometimes. And for two, like I want to give some people like a different perspective that they don't have that I might not necessarily even have, like playing devil's advocate. Like, what about this though? And just thinking about different ways of thinking about stuff, right?
For sure.
I mean, that's why my brain's fucking everywhere all the time because I don't even know what I'm thinking half the time, dude.
Yeah. Well, I did want to give you that. I did want to give you that credit, and it's something I've been wanting to say to you for a while because
I appreciate it, man.
It was like in the middle of the day. I was doing whatever the fuck, and dead ass. Whoever just commented, dead ass.
Cameron.
Yeah,
my buddy Cameron.
But that was just something I wanted to kind of say.
Yeah, Richard, I'll put you on my extensive list. Oh, by the way, somebody on TikTok earlier said the notebook idea sounds very helpful.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Thanks. I appreciate that, TikTok person. God,
his name is Jay Peters.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks, Jay Peters. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
So my phone has been dying very fast. I'm on 6%. So I think I only have about 5 minutes with how fastly it's dying. So, but
dude, that's fine.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask me before?
Yes, I did. So the anime, I have to ask. We don't have to go into depth or anything, but
I will talk till my phone dies.
I know what got you into anime. Just watching it, or do you have friends that watched it?
Cartoon Network was kept on, and in the middle of the night when I would wake up, Inuyasha or Cowboy Bebop would be on, and I would be like, "This is the best thing ever." And then I didn't watch it basically my entire teen years, and then around like 23-ish, I was like, "Oh yeah, I do like that." And I just haven't stopped since. I'm like a fucking addict.
See, and you're probably gonna say it's not anime. Only shit I watched was Dragon Ball Z.
No, that's anime. That's for sure anime.
There's some people that say it's not even anime, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Nah, those people are haters. Nah. Fucking, I'm gonna be real, man. Like, the anime, what makes it so great is the storyline, because, like, the cinematics you get, you cannot do with live television, and because of, like, live television's lack of cinematics, even with, like, computer-generated stuff, you can only go so far with the storyline. So, like, if you look at any anime storyline, it's batshit from start to finish. It's fucking insane. And if you tried putting that on, like, I don't know, a movie with even Jason Statham, it doesn't work. You know what I mean?
No. Definitely. I feel that. Okay, so before your phone does die,
For sure.
I do want to I do this thing called the Dark Truth Final Thought. It's basically like Jerry Springer's, when he did his final thoughts. Like you just do a little monologue or like piece of advice.
I never saw. I never saw
Jerry Springer, bro?
No, I was too busy watching anime.
See, he would stand there and he would say like, something about everybody that was at the show today or whatever. So like, if you wanted like a really solid piece of advice from either things we discussed or like your favorite quote, something that keeps you going, let's call it my final thought.
Holy shit! Way to put me on the spot. Fuck,
Every
man.
person has to do it.
Damn, dude. Well, let me say this, and I'm only gonna say this. It's gonna get real dark for a minute.
That's fine.
My best friend committed suicide about 2 years ago, and
good to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. And what has kept me going my entire life has literally been like spite. Like, I look at the people that have like wronged me, and I look at the people that I do not like, and I'm like, fuck you. That's why. And that's why I just do better, because fuck you. And if he had that mindset, I'm fairly certain that the chick that drove him to do it would have, he would have just been like, fuck you. Like, I'm going to do better because fuck you. So, like, if anyone watching at any point in time feels like that, instead of doing that, just fuck you. That's why. And do your fucking thing. And go eat yogurt or something.
Yeah, dude.
So I guess that's my I don't know. That's the first thing that came to my head. That's the shit I think about.
Yeah, so I'm the same way. Anybody watching this later, if you ever have any thoughts like that and you need somebody to talk to, please reach out. I will fucking talk to you for hours. I've done it before, actually. And I hate doing it in the sense of like how it makes me feel. But I'd rather do that than something happen. So,
man, I'm going to say something really shitty sounding. I am not the person to reach out to if I don't know you personally. I think that there's a lot of like, like, hey, I know we don't know each other, but like, if you want to reach out,
different. If it's just a random, that's kind of different. But.
Yeah, man, random people they can be leeches sometimes, man. It can be really, but yeah, that was all I was gonna say. Like random people, you can't like if you feel that way, you cannot reach out to a random person and be like, yep, this constitutes as therapy. Like the person you're reaching out to, whether it be like you or me or anyone, we're not trained professionals, first of all. And second of all, like we don't know each other. Like how am I supposed to give any insight? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like no one fucking, no one knows what's actually going on in your life other than your bias. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway.
But yeah, that's
well, I had a good time talking with you, man.
Yeah, dude, we need to do it again. I know we got cut short. I probably should have told you to charge your phone.
Well, it was at 50%. It's like dying at the speed of fucking light. Right.
But dude, it was a great talk. Look forward to the notebook that you get published, because that sounds like something that a lot of people can use. And it, dude, that's
people. That's so real. That is so real.
Couple comments before we go. My buddy Cam here, he is a very, like he said, he's an open book, and he is very brutally honest, and he doesn't like, he's like, basically it's like, fuck your feelings, dude. This is what's going on. This is what you need to do. And it's like, all right, cool. Like, sometimes you need people like that, just like how you did the mentoring and all that,
For sure. My buddy Brian is like that, and he's cut fucking throat. I love it.
But I appreciate you being on, man, and look forward to chatting with you a little more. I got your number now. I forgot to actually save it, so now I got saved. And I'll be giving you a call here and there just to bullshit, man.
Cool, man. Thanks again. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for being on, dude. Have a good one. All right, y'all. That was the show. Vincent is a very smart individual that I can tell he's very in tune with himself, and also with how a lot of things do happen. And, the men's mental health aspect with the notebook sounds like something that I would like to get. And to anybody that needs to reach out to somebody just to chit chat, my line's always open. If I don't answer, I might be, busy or something, but yeah. Appreciate y'all watching. This has been another episode of The Dark Truth on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I've had TikTok over here rocking a steady 2 people, which is awesome. But anyways, y'all. He said I've got 8 minutes to fill. I'm sorry, buddy. We started a little early. But I'm going to go ahead and close it out. And I hope y'all have a great night. And I will see y'all on the next one. I do have to line up a guest for next week. I might take the week off. I don't know yet. But before I do go, I do want to do something real quick. Nah, I'll do that next week. But Cam. Oh, no, it's over, dog. I haven't been feeling good all day anyway, so I'm ready to get off here too. He said, I want my 8 minutes, and I want it now. Go get your 8 minutes somewhere else, bro. I'm going to hop off here, y'all. Y'all have a great evening. Love y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. Deuces.